Hello everyone and welcome. My name is MJ and today I will be doing a timeless pick a card reading on career, business and creative projects. So whenever this message finds you, if it resonates with you, then it is your message at that time. Now the structure of today's reading will be as follows. There are 3 tarot decks to choose from and each of them is additionally supplemented with an animal medicine card. So I hope that you have made your choice. We will be starting with reviewing the animal medicine for each of the tarot decks, and then while doing the tarot cards reading, we will be looking at first how you see your situation when it comes to your career, business, creative projects, how it makes you feel. Then the outward appearance of your situation, how the universe sees it, how the world sees it. And then how can you make your situation work for you? What is the advice from the universe? So, as I said, I hope that you have made your choice, and without further ado, if you have chosen pile number 1 or deck number 1, I should say, then this is what's in the cards for you, starting with the animal medicine card. Your animal is raccoon. So first of all, this card is number 46. When we sum it up, it gives number 10, which is the number of completions, endings and new beginnings, with that number being comprised of 1 and 0. It can also be a number of perfection, right? First I want to, before we move to the actual message of that medicine card, I want to read the poem that goes with this card from the book. And it says, Raccoon, protector of the underdog, provider for those who have none. Do you wear the bandit's mask to hide the good deeds that you've done? Teach me to turn away from rich rewards or worldly acclaim, knowing that my generosity allows my warrior spirit to be reclaimed. So the medicine of the raccoon is the medicine of the protector of the underdog, the provider. Robin Hood of the animal kingdom, to some extent. It speaks of generosity and caring for others, okay, especially those who are weaker or perhaps younger or the elderly, okay. It tells you to contact your inner warrior to become that protector and that provider. So in case perhaps you are lacking self-belief in those areas, then you should go within to find or awaken that inner warrior. This medicine is also talking about tending to the needs of the tribe. So I mentioned the younger or the elderly, but it can be about your family or your team at your workplace, okay? Or team within your business, perhaps the people that you employ, right? So it will be different for everyone. Now, it also says that benevolence and generosity come full circle. So the one that gives is rewarded, right? Including the effort that you invest. So it says that your hard work is or soon will be paying off, okay? But it also reminds you to provide for your own needs first, or otherwise your well will soon dry out when you start to give to others. So whether it's your time, whether it's money, whether it's your energy, right? Coming back to the poem, it also tells you to not hide your good deeds and the good things that you're doing. And lastly, it tells me of teamwork. I'm sure you may have seen funny videos of raccoons. They are kind of hilarious, right? But they work as a team to achieve their effort. And what they do is usually they just scout for food, right? So it tells you to enjoy, be enthusiastic and have fun in whatever you're doing, but also have fun in a group of people. And it may also tell you that whatever it is that you want to achieve at this particular time, it may be beneficial for you to work in a team rather than try to achieve that on your own, okay? So that is the raccoon medicine. I don't remember if I said that at the beginning, so if not, I will say that again. Number 46, you may want to check that out for an additional message. I'm not a numerologist, but within number 46, there may be an additional message for you, okay? So let's move to the tarot cards now and see first how you see your situation, how your situation makes you feel when it comes to career, business, or your creative projects, how you perceive your situation. Okay, one card flipped over, Justice. Okay, I really like that. It's a very strong message. So we're starting with a high note. The Justice card, maintaining ethical balance. Okay, it's a reminder that every action has consequence. Doing what's right, weighing options. So again, it will be different for everyone, but I do think that you feel strong about your situation, but perhaps you are considering choosing options, choosing what is right to do at this particular time. And if that's the case, then the Justice card is reminding you to remain balanced between your mind and your heart. So follow your passions and your heart desires, but at the same time, follow logical mind or exercise logical thinking in the process as well. Okay? Maintain ethical balance, as I said, so doing what's right, doing things considering others and the consequences that your actions will have, not only for you but for others. It may be about your family, for example. It may be about that team that I mentioned, your business. Okay? Whether your actions will impact maybe the people that you employ. Okay? Justice card may be about legal actions too, but when it's in the upright position, then it's in your favor. But I do feel that you really feel strong and you feel good about your current situation, but perhaps you are choosing options because you want to change the direction. Okay, let's clarify that to get a little more details. Okay, that is definitely too much, but the first card that is on top is the Death card. Okay, so I'm just gonna go with the Death card because it showed up. I think you are considering changes to your career, to your business, to your creative projects. Perhaps you want to go live with your creative projects, you want to go public. Okay, you may be considering changing your hobby into your full-time job. Okay, but definitely I think you are actually desiring this change. So the combination of those cards would then tell me that it's a reminder for you to be balanced between your mind and your heart, what I said at the beginning. Follow your heart's desires, but make sure that you make logical and reasonable choices. Okay? Considering the consequences that they will have, not only for you but for others. With the raccoon medicine, right? Tending to the needs of the tribe. But the Death card is also shedding old skin, so I think you are ready to grow. The old armor that you may have been wearing is just too little for you, and you need to grow, you need change so that you can be reborn, transform into something bigger. And then again, coming back to the raccoon spirit, it makes me think of that inner warrior, that it is an encouragement for you to do so. But you perceive your situation as strong and good, but you want change. And I think it's high time for that change. I mean, I really do think with those cards that it's the right time. Maybe not the high time, but it's the right time for this change to be made. Okay? So let's see what is the outward appearance of your situation, how the universe sees it, how the world sees your current situation when it comes to your career, business, creative projects. Okay, we got 2 cards. And we have the Temperance and the World. Are you kidding me? You only have major arcanas. How the world sees your situation, how the universe sees your situation. Temperance and the World. Okay, so starting with the Temperance card. Things are blending together. There is something in the process of being created, but it's being created in balance and with patience. Okay, so it's telling me that you are allowing things to happen in their own pace and you're not rushing things. You want the change. The Raccoon, number 10, completions and new beginnings. The World, the completion and a new beginning, a new opening, closing up a cycle, achievement. Okay? The armor that you have been wearing is too small for you. It's time for you to grow. It's time for you to embark on a new journey or a new phase of your current journey. It's like you have achieved some kind of fulfillment, wholeness, and it's time to move forward. But you are allowing it to happen in its own pace, perhaps even with some kind of withdrawal, because I said you may be considering changes, but you're not doing them yet, but you really desire transformation. But you're just being considerate of the consequences that change will bring, and that's why the Temperance. You're kind of in a non-action state. That's how the world sees it, but I said it's the time for that change, and the World card is confirming this. It's the time for you to transition into the new phase. That is awesome. It's almost inclusive of the advice of the universe, but okay, that was quick. So let's top it off with the advice from the universe, the 9 of Wheels. Just go for it. 9 of Wheels is someone who is self-made, self-established, self-reliant, successful. But this is also someone who has stable resources, like a secured background. Okay, so you have the resources needed to move forward, whether it's actual money that you need to perhaps invest in your business or creative projects, or the resources, like innate resources to move forward within your career, in your current workplace, right? Number 9, it's like you're almost there. See, we are circling around number 10 and number 9, so it's like it's really the time to move forward. But the universe's advice is go ahead, because you have what you need, whether it's money or whether it's about your abilities, capabilities, talents, okay, those kind of resources, creative ideas. You have all that you need to move forward, and you will be successful. It's time for you to move to the next stage of your work life, okay? So I will leave it there. It's an awesome message, very powerful, with 4 major arcanas. I hope that it was helpful for you. And now we will move to deck number 2. So if you have chosen deck number 2, then this is what's in the cards for you. Starting with the animal medicine, you have the medicine of the antelope. Number 37, you may want to check out number 37 for additional messages if you're drawn to do so. But when we sum up number 37, it gives number 10, which is number of completions, perfection, endings, and new beginnings. Okay, similarly with the deck number 1, the animal medicine card that was there was also summing up to 10. So the vibe is kind of similar, but now the message that the antelope medicine brings is, well, before we move to the message, let me read the poem that goes with this card. Run, antelope, teach me of action and its pace, quickly, quickly, so I may run with grace. So the message of the antelope medicine. that lesson is to do, to act, okay? There is no need to be fearful if you know what to do and then you do it. It tells you not to waste your resources, whether it's your time, your money, your energy, but also don't take or don't want more than you currently need. What else? Knowledgeable action. Action is the key. The time span that we have here on this earth is relatively short, so it's telling you not to waste your time waiting. The antelope medicine gives you the strength of your heart and your mind and the ability to take quick and decisive action to get things accomplished, to get your dreams come true, okay? If you feel hindered within your current career situation, business, creative projects, then act. Without your action, you will remain in exactly the same place as you are. It also tells you that your judgment is sound at this time, so take courage and leap. The time is now and the power is you. Okay. So let's see what's in the tarot cards for you, starting with how you see your situation when it comes to career, business, creative projects, how it makes you feel. How you perceive your current situation when it comes to career, business, or your creative projects. How your current situation makes you feel. Thank you. The Wheel of Fortune. This is again number 10. Just like the Antelope 37 summing up to 10. I think there is a desire for something to move forward. The Wheel of Fortune is the card of destiny, fate, but this is also a card of change. It's also a card of ups and downs. It tells you not to fight your destiny. It also speaks about divine timing and good fortune. I think you feel it's time for something to start happening. You may be feeling kind of stagnant, perhaps lucky, or at least feeling good, because definitely with the Wheel of Fortune there's no bad feelings when it's in the upright position, but you may be feeling that it's time to move forward. But with the divine timing at play, I think you need to wait for the divine right time. You may feel it's the time, but it may not be the right time from the perspective of the universe, okay? There is something destined that is awaiting you. And you see that girl with this book, it's almost as if she's taking the time to learn, to study something as she's waiting for the wheel to turn. You may be working on expanding your knowledge. Perhaps you're working on your education. But you are waiting for something to happen. Perhaps you're waiting for some lucky synchronicities, okay, to happen. Lucky accidents, okay? It feels of waiting. It's like you're waiting for something to happen. But the antelope was telling you to act, right? So if you want change, then perhaps this is the lucky time for you to actually take action, okay? Let's clarify this a little further to get more details. The Page of Cups. So the Page of Cups, first of all, the page energy, the young heart, youthful, enthusiastic, apprentice. Okay, so perhaps you are really taking the time to learn something new because you want to change the direction of your career, your business, or your creative projects. The page is the energy of earth, so it's an awakening, okay? Planting seeds. Page of Cups is someone who is very creative and open to unusual. It is someone who is inspired by almost everything that surrounds them. So I think that you may have just realized something, or like, see, like she has that book, but she's looking to the distance. It's like perhaps something unusual caught your eye and you would want to move towards that direction. But perhaps you need to study first, expand your knowledge of that area before you can make the move. But I feel that it deeply inspired you. It like awakened feelings that you haven't had before, like enthusiasm, this youthful energy, that wanting to be an apprentice in a new area. Okay. But again, I do think that you feel good in your current situation, but you're curious towards something new or something unusual, like a changed direction. And there's that need or desire on your side to educate yourself. So let's see what is the outward appearance of your situation, how the universe sees it, how the world sees the sun. You're very lucky at this time, okay? The sun is the powerhouse of the deck. Open your hands to receive all the good things, right? It's like sweet happiness, but it also says of success, but also joy and pleasure. Enthusiasm and optimism, okay? So the universe sees you as very enthusiastic. In a more traditional sun card, there's that naked child, right? That symbolizes rebirth. And it can also be an awakening. So I really do think with the Page of Cups, with the Wheel of Fortune, something unusual caught your eye, and the universe sees that. And it sees that it makes you happy, that it makes you truly enthusiastic. Perhaps you found your true interest, okay? And the universe is supporting it. I don't even have the need to clarify this card because the sun tells me everything. The universe sees your optimism and your enthusiasm and is absolutely supportive of it. Okay? The Ace of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I said, perhaps you have realized your true interest, something that truly makes you happy when it comes to your career, business, or creative projects. A new beginning. With the Wheel of Fortune, number 10, the antelope summing up to number 10, and now you have Ace, which is symbolically number 1. That realization, see that brain? You have realized something, and it has awakened pure enthusiasm in you. I want to leave this card on the table. What is the advice from the universe then? How can you make your situation work for you? How can you make the best of it? What is the advice from the universe, please? Okay, there we go. The advice is clear, number 7, 7 of coins. Hard work will pay off. Patient and diligent work, but also planting seeds. You see how this beautiful plant full of golden coins is growing straight from that hand. It's your hard work. It's almost as if your success is in your hands, but it also tells me that your abilities to be successful are in your hands, which means that there's something that you can create, whether it's your business, whether it's creating your career path, but I think it's something creative. With the Page of Cups, you have that maybe it's a practical skill that you have. Perhaps you're talented in doing something manual, maybe writing as well. Whatever that is, it's like you have that thing from which your success will grow, but you need to put your work into it. And With the Sun card, the universe is absolutely supporting your efforts. But you need to work diligently and be patient, which means don't expect sudden achievements, sudden success. It will take time, but the seed will grow, it will sprout, and your success will be self-made, handmade by yourself. That's awesome. I really like that. And I will leave it there. I hope that was helpful and I hope that you enjoyed. And now we will move to pile or deck number 3. So if you have chosen deck number 3, then this is what's in the cards for you. Starting with the animal medicine, you have the eagle card number 1. This is awesome because all of the medicine cards today are either summing up to 10, like the 2 previous cards, and now we have number 1. The number of new beginnings, the potential, focus, pure condensed energy. Okay, the eagle. So before we go into the medicine message of that animal, I want to read the poem that goes with this card. Eagle, fly high, touch great spirit, share your medicine, touch me, honor me, so that I may know you too. The eagle is all about connection to the divine, the ability to live in the realm of spirit, but still remain grounded, connected, and balanced within that earthly realm. It speaks of grace achieved through hard work. It tells you to take your heart and gather your courage. Okay? Be courageous and brave. The universe is presenting you with some kind of an opportunity to soar above the mundane, to level up, perhaps to bring your career to another level, or your business, or your creative projects. This card is also speaking of broadening your sense of self beyond what is presently visible. So believe in yourself and that you can achieve greatness. Don't be afraid of the unknown. That's another message. Reconnect with your higher mind, okay? Follow your inner wisdom, follow your intuition. Look higher. So perhaps it's also telling you to be more ambitious, okay? Aim higher. Give yourself the permission to be free. Spread your wings and fly. So let's see what's in the tarot cards for you, starting with how you see your situation, how it makes you feel, how you perceive your current situation when it comes to your career, business, creative projects. We have 3 cards. The Wheel of Fortune, the 10 of Swords, and the 2 of Wands. Okay, the Wheel of Fortune, again, number 10. Number 1, which is a new beginning. Number 10, completions and new beginnings. Number 10 is coming up in all of the decks, in all of the messages. Okay, so it seems that the energy overall is of completions and new beginnings. The Wheel of Fortune is about something destined, fate, but it also speaks of change. Not fighting your destiny, but it's also about divine timing at play, good fortune, okay? The 10 of Swords, okay? Typically, again, we have 10 and 10. 10 of Swords is an ending, and it can be a painful ending, but it leads to rebirth. It doesn't get worse than this, it can only get better. So I feel with the Wheel of Fortune that the wheel starts to spin in your favor. Perhaps you have been going through some hardship, some hard times, okay? But, you know, the eagle medicine is also speaking about the trials of experiencing the lows in life, not only the highs. So we need to experience the lows in order to experience the highs. And the Wheel of Fortune speaks of ups and downs. I think you may have been in the downs, okay, with the Ten of Swords, but the wheel is spinning in your favor. The good fortune is on your side. The eagle says, spread your wings and fly, aim higher. You see, even though the Ten of Swords is symbolically the card of death, this whale is jumping out of the water. So it's actually not dead, right? Aim higher, said the eagle. Look higher. Be brave, be courageous, okay? You can achieve greatness. Now the Two of Wands is about choosing options, but if you look at this card, this person is within the bird's cage. The bird is outside, but the person is in the cage. The cage is actually open, but that person is stuck in some kind of stagnation. The Two of Wands is typically a card of choosing between options or choosing the direction. You may feel hindered currently, but you are considering the direction. You know it's time for a change. With the wheel and with the Ten of Swords, you have been feeling, or you are feeling, restrained, but you either know, or if you don't, then I am telling you that the cage is open and it's time to move forward, because the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favor. Luck is on your side. So you are feeling, perhaps you are feeling hindered, you may be feeling stuck, but at the same time you do feel it's the time for a change, and that you have the ability to make the change with that cage being open. Okay? I think you feel that something is not right with the bird being outside and you being inside of the cage. So it's like you know that something is not as it should be, and you want this to change, and you are ready to make that change. Okay? Which is good, because it makes me think that you feel empowered, or at least determined to make the change. So what is the outward appearance of your situation? How the universe sees your situation when it comes to your career, business, creative projects. Okay, this one is standing out, the World card. Again, it was in the previous message as well, just like the Wheel of Fortune. The World card, the card of new openings, closing up a cycle. Number 1 with the Eagle, number 10 with the Wheel of Fortune, 10 with the Ten of Swords, and now you have the World. Closing up a cycle, achievement, completion, achieving wholeness or some kind of a fulfillment. But in this particular case, it's more of achieving that readiness to move forward. It can be a card of actual physical travel as well. But I think that for you is more, the universe is telling you it's really time. It's supportive of the fact that you know it's time to move out of the cage, get rid of perhaps self-imposed restraints, and move forward. It's time for you to move forward. It may be that it's time for you to move global with your business or your creative projects, okay? It may be applicable for some, but it's time. The universe tells you it's time to close out the previous cycle. You're too big for the cage that you're wearing. You have grown. It's time to move forward. Let's see if there's anything else that the universe wants to say about how it sees your situation right now. Okay. So we have the Page of Coins. Absolutely. Plant your seeds. The Page, young heart, youthful, enthusiastic, okay? I think the world is actually giving you a seed to plant. The Page is the energy of earth, so it speaks of awakening. Fertile womb, seeds and foundations. And again, the Page is some kind of a new beginning, a new opening, because this is the youngest card of all the court cards. It's a rebirth, perhaps moving into something new, a new area of business, creative projects, or changing the direction of your career. But it's definitely speaking about something new, something that brings enthusiasm, reawakening your young heart, okay, regardless of your age. This is someone young at heart. But the universe is giving you a seed to plant. You have the resources to start that new cycle, to start that new journey. And the universe is fully supportive of that. So what is the advice from the universe? How can you make your situation work for you? Okay. We have the Four of Cups. And I want one more. You know, number 4 is a card of, well, it is a card of stability, putting structures in place, putting foundations in place. Okay, that is a little too much. We have like 3 cards that flew out of the deck. The Four of Cups is typically a card of discontent and not realizing the opportunity that is opening up in front of you. See, she's so focused on holding that bunny that she's not seeing that hand behind her that is offering her the cup, which is the Ace of Cups, right? The universe is giving you a seed to plant, a cup of fulfillment, a cup of inspiration as well. But you need to turn around and grab it, open your eyes. Don't be focused on discontent, but instead look around, notice the opportunities that are available for you. Is there anything else? Advice from the universe, how can you make the situation work for you? So we have the Queen of Coins and the Five of Swords. First of all, the Queen, caring hard, mature, caring, somehow experienced, but coming from the place of love and giving generously. But it is also the energy of water, which is about reflection, feelings, communication. I think you should communicate with your own feelings, even though it's not the Queen of Cups, but the Queen of Coins, to find the resources that you have within yourself to build your career, business, creative projects, your abundance, okay? You have all that you need to create. And the universe is additionally giving you even more, but you need to recognize it, okay? With the Five of Swords, 5 is a card of change. You need to let go of the toxic inner conflict with that snake, because you may be struggling with yourself. You in your own feelings, you have the 10 of Swords, and in the universe's advice, you have the 5 of Swords. You need to let go of that toxic thinking and self-talk that you perhaps are not worthy, or you don't have enough resources, you're not lucky enough, because the Wheel of Fortune says you are. But you need to let go of that and realize your own resources, and also realize the resources, options, opportunities that the universe is giving you. Okay. And I will leave it there. Just looking at the cards, if there's anything else that I wanted to say. You know, look at yourself from the place of love, and then you can recognize how worthy you are. Then you can recognize the greatness that you can achieve, okay? That look at yourself from the higher level and reconnect with your higher mind, but at the same time be grounded and realistic with the Queen of Coins. I hope this message was helpful and that you enjoyed it. As always, if you did, please consider hitting that like, that subscribe button. I hope to see you next time, and until then, as always, please take care of yourself. Bye.